Sefer Yehoshua, Kapitel Vov. We're going through the Psukim. We came to Pasuk Chof Aleph. Pasuk Chof Aleph. We're just going to go through, as we said, and Pasuk Zion. We were learning about last week about just a point that was noticed last week after the shir. We spoke about the numbers. We spoke about the numbers of 8 and 13 and the connection to Hanukkah, about 7 and 7 and 7. We find many. The number 7 repeats itself over here. It says we said 14 times, twice 7. How many times they went in Gansen around the Yerichoi? 13. Because 6 the first 6 days, and then the 7th day they went another 7. Because again, we catered another. We have Mitzad Echad, the Derech HaTeva, 7. Mitzad Sheni, we have the 13. That's Me'al HaTeva. As we said, the number 13, just to point out something we said. So we spoke about that they went around Yerichoi 7 times, and after the 7 times when they went around Yerichoi, the 7 days, it got swallowed. As we said, how it got swallowed, if the whole Yerichoi got swallowed, or Chelik of the got swallowed, the Chelik where Rochav lived did not get swallowed, and as we said, the Klal Yisrael, each one goes into the place where they were standing beforehand, right? Connected, because it was not a breach in the Choymas that they have to now go there. Just wherever they were, they just walked in. And Yehoshua does a cherem. As a machlokes, the First Rebbe explains the cherem. Let's go through the pasuk and pasuk Yudzayin. So we started to speak about last week. What is the cherem? We spoke about there's a few mashmois to the word cherem. It means hegdesh. Cherem could mean also hashmoda, getting rid of things. But what is this cherem over here? So there is a medrash rabbe. The medrash rabbe on the pasuk on Parshas Nosai, the Parsha Yudalid, the medrash is azoi. Omar Rav Brachia. Azoi is Dr. Brachia Kohen. He speaks about Irani Dachas. Irani Dachas. We have the Lashon over here in the pasuk V'oiso Ir Cherem Hi V'chol Asher Bo, right? And the Cherem LaHashem. We have the Gabi Irani Dachas. Irani Dachas is also by Noah, right? It says over there V'sorafto Boish. The Gabi Irani Dachas. Sorafto is Boish. V'soir V'eskol Shelolo, right? And it says over there also Lashon of Cherem V'yachrimu Eskol Asher Boir Meish Ve'ad Isho Minar Ve'ad Zokev Ve'ad Shoyer V'seh V'chamoyer Lefi Chorev. Everything they are machim, and that's from Pasuk Chof Aleph. Yeah, that's the pasuk where we're holding over here. I'm reading from Pasuk Chof Aleph. Vayachimu es kol asher bo'ir, meish isho minar ve'azokem ve'atshoyer v'sev v'chamor lefi chorev. Pshat is, how could there be magdish the kesef, the zov, the klei nechoshes, the barzel? We see right in Pasuk Yutes we learned. Rak atem shimu in Pasuk Yutes v'chol kesef v'zov v'klei nechoshes v'barzel. Kodesh Hashem, Oitzar Hashem Yovoy. It goes to Oitzar Hashem. The question: if they'll mach the whole thing, like Irani Dachas, for example, how they could keep the clay nechoshes? How could they keep the clay barzel? It's Irani Dachas. It's also a to be magnish Hashem Shomayim. It's also an Irani Dachas. So the fee, the Brachia Kohen, the Medrash Shav Parshas Nosoi, what he says that the Asur ke Irani Dachas, that the Irani Dachas is also by Noah, and they burned the whole thing. So if they give the theme of Irani Dachas, how could they give kol kesef v'zov chlei nechoshes barzel kodesh LaHashem or Yitzhak Hashem Yovoy? If it didn't have a Irani Dachas, then the Medrash says he gave it to the Irani Dachas. And the Medrash Rabbi over there is more than another Mandoma. Mandoma says that Yehoshua, because it says Reishis Arisoi Seichem. What means Reishis Arisoi Seichem? Like Amichal, it says Reishis Arisoi Seichem. Chal Torim with the Rumeh. And we learn because the first thing what the person has, he gives us the Rebbeinu Shloim. And Yehoshua bin Nun says, Hoil vekovashnu, chilo. This is the first city what they getting when they come into Yisrael. This is the first city what they're getting. Hoil vekovashnu chilo is Yerichoi. Nagdish is shelolo. Let's be magdish the shalal the booty legavoya. So the feed this man do'omar. What's the reason that they were machim everything else? Right? Everything was lefi chorev. Why? Why did they have to kill everything else? There is a raibed. The Ravid in Maseches Midas and Maseches Tomid, he says of there, Perek Gimel Mishtaches. He says as like Yerichoi, and we try to find this. The Fellowship of are very busy to find the kesher between Yerichoi and Yerushalayim. He says of there, Yerichoi was the same like Yerushalayim as we find many times. Like they opened up the gates in Yerushalayim, they heard Ad Yerushalayim from the Rech HaTzeres in Yerushalayim. The Mitachois, who's Mitachois? They sneeze the sheep and Yerichoi. Yeah, many things that we have. So Yerichoi was like Yerushalayim. Why? Says the Ravid over there, Mipnei shehoiso tchilas kibush Eretz Yisrael. And the same like Tumas Dogon, that's what the Ravid means. The same like Tumas Dogon, you have to give the Tumah mean from the first one. So that was the Tumah was given to Rebbeinu Shalom, the Tumah of Eretz Yisrael itself. And that's the reason that they were machrim, after the Ravid said, they were machrim Yerichoi to be Kodosh, because that was the first one. What do we see from the Ravid? We see from the Ravid that what we said over here, that because, right, Yehoshua says, Oil v'kovashnu tchilo, so we should be machrim, and we're mekadesh the city itself. And that is like Tumas Dogon, like Tumah and Chale, that every Afoshe Tumah and Chale, there is two different mitzvahs, as we know. There's the mitzvah of Afoshe, right? This is the mitzvah of the Afoshe Tumah and Chale, and there's another mitzvah of what's called the Nesina. We have the Afoshe and we have the Nesina. Where do we find it? Okay, so this is already, we spoke about it a few times. Also this year we spoke about it, about the Machlokes, the Rambam and the Ramban. Machlokes, the Rambam and the Ramban and Sefer HaMitzvahs, if the mitzvah of Hafrosh and Nesina is two different mitzvahs, or it's one mitzvah. The Gabi Tumah, Chale, you have to do Hafrosh and Nesina. Is it two different mitzvahs or one mitzvah? Because the Machlokes, the Rambam and the Ramban and Sefer HaMitzvahs. If it's two mitzvahs or one mitzvah. And this explains, the Briskerov explains what we learn, the Machlokes is this Machlokes. The Ramban, what's the Machlokes? The Ramban says the mitzvah of Hafrosh is the Tikkun HaKri. That means a person has a kri, he does the pile, that's mechayev him to give Tumas or Maaseh. The Tikkun HaKri, how is metaken the kri? Once he turns it into a kri, smooth, he turns it into a nice pile, he's mechayev be Tumas or Maaseh. Once he was metaken it. And that is the mitzvah Nesina is only to give it to the Kohen. So he holds that this is two different mitzvahs. You have the Tikkun HaKri, and then you have the Chiyuv to give it to the Mashiach, and the Rambam understood, and that's why the Rambam says two different mitzvahs. The Rambam says the mitzvah is the Afroshe. The Afroshe. Why? To give it as they call it, the Chaloi Shem Truma. Once you do the Afroshe, you set it aside, the Truma, that is. And both of them is one mitzvah to do it in the Truma. Once it's Tumah, you give it to the Kohen. To turn it into Tumah, they give it to the Kohen. Because it's one mitzvah that has two parts of the mitzvah, two halokim of the mitzvah. You have the mitzvah that you have to do the Tumah and give it to the Kohen, the same thing. Let's think about this way of Eretz Yisrael. Right? The Eretz Yisrael, we said in the Medrash, what the Medrash says, you have to give it as you give Tumah Chale, you're giving also the first part of Eretz Yisrael, your Kodesh, the first part of Eretz Yisrael, we're giving the same thing. So in Eretz Yisrael, it was over here a mitzvah to be machrim, there was no mitzvah to be machrim. Yehoshua we know decided, that's what? So over here was a tevel, was a chalois tevel, there was a tikkun of the rest of Eretz Yisrael. No, they were machrim this to be Kodesh. Yehoshua done over here, if we call it as similar to Trumah, he done over a chalois shem Trumah, and he gave it a din kedusha on Yerichoi. And this is like the Rambam, that only a Trumah Eretz Yisrael itself was not the mitzvah of Hafrosh without the din of the Nesina. Well, why they were machrim the whole thing, lefi chorem. So we can understand a little bit why they were machrim it lefi chorem, because they were machrim it mitzad the Hafrosh, the chalois Trumah. Once there's a chalois Trumah, they have to give it. They're not to give it. This is going to go. Also, the Ramban is going to be masking over here. There's only one tzad of mitzvah of Hafrosh Trumah Maaseh. If there's only one tzad, if we medam it Hafrosh Trumah Maaseh, so we understand why over here they actually, it is doimetir anidachas mitzad echon. So let's just finish the psukim, and then we're going to go over the thing. So let's see the psukim. Vayachrimu es kol asher boim meish ועד אישו מנער ועד זוקם ועד שורם עשה וחמור לפי חורם. ולשניים האנושים המרגלים מסורץ, אומר יהושע. These two people, as we know who are these two people, Colin and Pinchas, right here the same meraglim. אומר יהושע, בואו בייסו אישה עזוינו, והוציאו משום אסו אישה וסכל אשר לו כאשר נשבעתם לו. נבואתם מפורשים ומדייק, דווקא למרגלים they should do it, because the shvur was not חלום על אותך ישראל. They done the shvur, if you look at the psukim beforehand, they done the shvur, so they done the shvur, you have to keep your shvur. Keep the shvur, you done the shvur, and you go take out from there. ויבואו הנאורים, and over they call Aneorim. Why they call Aneorim? Because they ended the zeros. Before they call Malachim. These they're called Malachim. Why do they call Malachim? Because we said that before they were like a Malachim. Even though she was Rochav Azoyna, they didn't do any Aveira with her. They were not Mezana with her. That's what they called Malachim, Azevi Malachim, like angels. Over here, they called Neorim because they needed a little bit of Zirus, so they called Neorim. And they go from Meraglim, from Malachim. So some say because they point this thing out that Neorim is not because of that the Zirus of the Neorim, because the Neorim, because now Yom is B'toich Hoyer. And now means someone is serving someone else. And now they were served. Once they were serving Yehoshua, so now you can call them Neorim. I don't know if I've chat on this, why over here we call it Dafka Neorim. It doesn't say Achir. It doesn't say the sisters, you're right? The scholar Sherlo, the scholar Mishpechoisel. Maybe Mishpechoisel is including the sisters, what we saw before, that is mashpia them also of Achir. Because they didn't know in the beginning, because they married since they knew, that's why she knew that Tikvas Chotashani, that anyone that's going to be, they done a Shavuot over there, right? And she was Mirish them twice. And she knew that everyone who's going to be in the house is going to get saved. So he made sure all the extended family, the married now. They didn't know, the Meraglim didn't know if actually was the thing. They knew that Rochel, Hazoino herself, she's going to get saved. But what about the wider family? They bring them out to ask Yehoshua what to do with them. Now, how could they do it? So we said a few shatim. The Radak, and let's remind us of what we spoke at Pasuk Yud Zayin. Yeah, what we spoke about Pasuk Yud Zayin, what the Radak, with the other Mefolshim say, that why there was no din of killing them. Shiva Amomin, right? How could they leave Rochav Azoyna? So first of all, as we said, the Radak, that they were Nochlim. She was not from the Shiva Amomin. They came to live in Yericho, but she was not from the Shiva Amomin. That's one thing. Another teretz, they were Mizgaya beforehand. The Mizgaya, as we see, Chazal learn out from, you see about the Pasuk over here, that Yehoshua that married her, Yehoshua married her. And we spoke about it, right? The Toisves, as we said, Sholish Parasdoris, or how you call it? Pus the Gemoris. Nimshal says a bit of So the Malbim, some Mefolshim explained that they were Mizgaya beforehand. And that's why there was no chiyuv of Loshechai Kol Neshama. Yehoshua sent over there the letters, right? Yehoshua sent the Gemoris, right? Whoever wants should fight. Whoever wants should leave. Whoever wants could accept us, right? Have peace. So they said, we want to be Mizgaya. Kolev and Pinchas were there. Yeah, they were there beforehand. Yeah. Yeah, the neighbors, but it's a family. She said a family. My family, the neighbors, we said the neighbors, she shouldn't say the Tikvas Chutashani, the Haftocha was only, he's going to tell her neighbors, and the neighbors are also going to start to hang over there. And the Achrom of, and we're talking about the Achrom of Shiva Amomin, so we know in the Sifri at the end of Pasha Shoiftim, it's also a Gemara, the Gemara is Sanedrin, Daf Samach Zayin Medalev, the Gemara says, Misosom Besayif. So it's very good that what we learn at Pasuk Chofalev, you're right. It says, "Vayachrimu es kol asher bo'ir, meish ve'ad isho mina ve'ad zokeh ve'ad shoy v'aseh v'chamoyer lefi chorev." What's lefi chorev? So lefi the Sifri at the end of Pasuk Shoiftim, and the Gemara is Sanedrin and Daf Samach Zayin Medalev. The Gemara said that what we kill the Zayin Amon, Zayin Umois Misosom Besayif. So they were maching them Besayif. Why? Because the chome of the Shiva Amomin, and then it's been doing very much on the Lefi Chorem, because it has to be Dafka Besayif. So the Radak is very good. The Radak says, Vayanichu michutz lemachne Yisrael. The Radak says, why you put them michutz lemachne Yisrael? So the Radak says, Einichu michutz lemachne ad sheizgayru v'yoshuvu ledat Yisrael. Achar sheizgayru v'yoshuvu ledat Yisrael, right? V'teisha b'ker Yisrael ad hayom hazeh, and that's what Pasuk later on. So Lefi the Radak is very good, because the Radak says from the beginning they were not part of the Shiva Amomin. They were Nochrim. So that fits very good. The Radak, it fits very good, because the Radak says that they were there outside the Machne Yisrael because they were going. And how could you know Achim Tachrimam? Because they were not part of the Zayin Amomin. Later on, there's a little bit of a problem, because in the Pasuk Chofei, we can see, let's read the Pasuk, we can see. Ve'oir sofu bo'esh v'chol asher bo rak hakesef v'azov v'chol anachor rabba l'noy to oitza b'is Hashem as we learned beforehand. Now, פוסק חופי, ואסרוכו והזוינו, וסבי סוביו, ואסכל אשר לא החיו יהושע, ותשב בקרב ישראל עד היום הזה, כי החביאו את המלוכים, אשר שולח יהושע לרגל יריחו. So, first of all, the Radak says over here something very interesting, and we're going to get back to what the Moshe was asking. The Radak says over here that there is Yesh Adorash. About Yesh Adorash. Yeshua, what means Be'eskol Asher Lo Echi Yeshua V'Teishev Bekerev Yisrael, Yesh Adorash, that Yeshua Lo Kach Rochov Le'isho. He married Rochov. Steht doch in the Pasuk L'gabe Shiva Umois Lo Yischaten Bom. Says the Radak, Amru, because Rochov Ubeis Ovio Nochrim Oyu Ba'oret. And they were not from the Va'amomin. Some say, says the Radak, that when they came in, the Meraglim, and that's the Feknapi, and that's what we Shachas now, says the Radak, that Yesh Misho Imer, Shenichnesu, when they came into Meraglim, that Yeshua sent, the Meraglim what came into Yisrael to Yerichoi, Nizgairo, ועדיין לא נכנסו לארץ ישראל. So they were Mizgair before the Meraglim, as he said, Kolev and Pinchos, they were Megayer them. That's what the Radak says. I don't know who was Megayer them, but the Radak says when the Meraglim came in, the Meraglim what Yeshua sent, came into Yericho, they were the Mizgayer. Oh, I just want to finish the Radak. The call is this, says the Radak, Lemisha Omar Ki, Ksiv lo istischatem bom, begeruson Ksiv. Yeah? As I said, Adkan is Loshen Radak. Oh, so what the Radak brings to the Yeshoimrim. Let's focus on this Radak. So what the Radak says, the Radak brings the Yeshoimrim that Rochov or Mizgaer before Klal Yisrael were Koivesh Yerichoi, before they conquered Yerichoi. And lefi them, why they left Rochov outside of the Malachim? Right? Vayotziu es Rochov, because Rochov or Mizgaer beforehand, she should have been Bekerev Yisrael. Stamazay, it's a shayla, right? And Chutz and then, how the Meraglim was Megayer Rochov? A girl needs how much? 3. So who was Megayer? Let's focus a second. All these questions, what we ask you now. Who's Megayer? Kolev and Pinchos. We need 3. Right? It's a Mefusha Gemara. Gemara Yevom is Daf Memvov Medalev. The Gemara is also Omar Rav Yechonon. Ger Tzorich Shloisho. Pavos. Mishpat Ksiv Bey. It says Mishpat, and the Mishpat is before Shloisho. So you need Daf 3. Who was Megayer? Maybe you could say the Motchen and Yevomis and Daf Memei. He says that you don't the 3 what we need is like a tchile, but leikuve we could have also less because what we need 3 the Mordechai said it's they gave me the Kabbalah mitzvahs. Midiraise says the Mordechai chad namish tage. So 1 is also going to be good enough. It's kosher with the Yevet. And Dinei Momenes as we find in the beginning of Sanhedrin, beginning of Sanhedrin just 1. With the Ramban we need Gimel like we need a Dinei Momenes. As I said, so okay, so we said the Kabbalah's Geirus. So what are you going to ask me? You're going to ask me the Birkas Shmuel, right? The Borber and Birkas Shmuel and Kiddushin and Simen Tezvov. It says over there that even though Kabbalah's mitzvah is Ma'akev the Geirus, it's Ma'akev the Geirus. Now, if Kabbalah's mitzvah is Ma'akev Geirus, and Kabbalah's mitzvah we always need to have 3, we still are not going to have 3. Who was Megayer? So Kabbalah's mitzvah can help also the Mafreya. Kabbalah's mitzvah of later could help us in the Mafreya. Why? Because the Kabbalah's mitzvah is not from the what's called Kinyone Geus. We learn in the Rishonim and Ksuvas Yudalef. Yeah, it's not from the Kabbalah's mitzvah. It's not the what's called the Kinyan Geus. It's not the Kinyone Geus. Just what? It's a T'nai, as we call it. It's a condition. It's an ikuv that if you don't do it, right, the Kabbalah's mitzvah, without Kabbalah's mitzvah, it doesn't help. So the Kabbalah's mitzvah can happen also later on, and it's going to be the Chalonet, the Din Geus Mafreya. Lefi them, very good. So even though you're right, so lefi them we can find Fazoi. Kolev and Pinchos come into Eretz Yisrael as Meraglim. They stay by Rochav Azoino, and she tells them, Kinom Boigu, Kol Yoish Ve'oretz, Yitmeichem, and she's Mekabel Oil Malchus Shomayim, she's Mekabel Oil Mitzvahs, she's Mekabel Oil she tells it again, and they are, there's in Choshu for sure, they are Yochid Mumche, it helps. You're going to tell me, Kabbalah Mitzvahs, we need 3. Mishpot Ksiv Bey, and you need 3, and it's Me'akev. The Kabbalah Mitzvahs, you could do also Lemafreya. That means later on, and it's going to work, Lemafreya. So she was a Geyres straight away, and then she was mashkim the Geirus. So they put her in Chutz HaMachne. Why? They said, 1 second, we're not sure. She didn't have yet the Kabbalah's mitzvahs. And now, till she sat in Chutz HaMachne, till when? Till they noticed, she was a Kabbalah mitzvah properly. Okay, now she can go in. Now it's Mehuva Adonai Mafreya, she goes Yidna. So but the Hechio Yehoshua. So we see over here the Socho again, Pasuk Chofei. The Socho Vazoilo is based on the Scholar Shalom Hechio Yehoshua. We find something very interesting. Chutz what they let her to live. Chutz they didn't kill her, but also they gave her life. And what means gave her life? That is giving her life, right? They gave her life and they can conceive the Klali store. Chazal Dalshu that Yeshua married her, and they had doilos of Koyanim and Nevim, right? As we learned already before in the Perek base. Tosis and Megillah, a few dollars on base. That how could she marry Yeshua, right? And Tosis and Soy the Daf Lamed Hey, how could they live in the day? Like the Chaykol Neshomo. Tosis says of there is the Terutzim. We're just going to mention one last time. We mentioned it before and with many remozim. Just to mention again, the Choymas Anoch, the Chido, and Choymas Anoch, the Chido, the Sefer Choymas Anoch, he brings B'Shem, Sefer HaGilgulim of the Rama Mipano. Or the Rama Mipano brings B'Shem, Reb Chaim Vital. That Rochov was a Gilgul of Eishes Poitifar, and Yeshua was a Gilgul of Yosef. And that's why they married. And this what he fits. It says the Choymas Anoch, this fits very good. What she told Yosef, that she sees Beit Stagninus, she sees that they have to get married, right? She didn't know that this was going to Gilgul, Rochov and Yeshua. And he says, Oh, no. So, okay, that's the pen. It was Osnas Bas Poititel, yeah. It was the daughter of Dino. But that's what it's Stagninus they saw. And Lefi them, he says, very good, what Yaakov tells Yosef, Mishom Roye, Pas Shavua. Mishom Roye, Even Israel. What's the Pshat Roye Israel? That Yeshua will come. And Yeshua will be the Evan, he will be the Roye Yisrael. The Roye Yisrael. It brings from Sefer HaYoshar, it brings that Eishes Poitifar, her name was Zelicho. We mentioned it last time, B'Shem Reb Chaim Kanievsky, when we found it before in the Sefer HaYoshar. And Zelicho is the Gematria of Zoyno. Vayeshaba, Netziposuk Chovov, Vayeshaba Yeshua Boisei Leimer. Oru Ish, Livnei Hashem Asher Yokum, Uvono Esoir Azois. Esirichoi, Bivchoiroi Yeyasdeno, Ubetzeiroi Yatzi Deloseo. And this is Mido Keneged Mito. What's a Mido Keneged? We saw here the Israeli that actually had 10 kids, and what happened? And the Gemara Darshans that this was also the Gemara Sanei Daf Kufiyud Gimel, not to build this Yerichoi, and also not to build a different city and to be called Yerichoi. And this is Mido Keneged Mido. If the president wants to, because we want to remember the Zeicher of Yerichoi. And if someone wants to take away the Zeicher of Yerichoi, of the destruction of Yerichoi, he will also come and have no Zeicher. And that's why Bivchoiro Yeyasdeno, Ubetzeiro Yatziv Deloseo. And also, what's the Betzeiro Yatziv Deloseo? So Chazal teacher that they want to give him tshuva. They want to give him over the Maharsha over there. If you look at the Maharsha over there, Sanhedrin Kufyud Gimel, the Maharsha learns it because if you look at the Pasuk, what the Pasuk says, Vayeshaba Yehoshua Boisei Leimer. What's Es Soir Es Yerichoi? The double lashon, says the Maharsha. Says the Maharsha, Es Soir Azois. Es Yerichoi, we learn two things. There's two gzeiras. Yeah, Es Soir Azois and Es Yerichoi. The very nice diuk of the Maharsha over there, how we learn that Es Soir Azois, this city, and Es Yerichoi is Stam building a city that's called Yerichoi. I know there is a Yerushalmi. There's a Yerushalmi in Sanhedrin over there. In Sanhedrin in Perek Yud Halacha Ches. The Yerushalmi says that once it was built, you're allowed to sit there. Okay. Once it was built, says the Yerushalmi, you're allowed to live there. That's the Yerushalmi. And that's why we find many things in Yericho. You're right, as you say. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Once you, you're right. It was also to build it. And if someone else came and built Yericho, probably got the same punishment. Yeah, and but once it was built, Sheni Yerushalmi, you could live over. There's no thing. Yeah. We see that Elisha, right? The whole story is of Elisha, right? And that's why once it's built, you're allowed to sell. Yeah. Maybe it's not like so. It's not like Irani Dachas. Irani Dachas says Teil Oilom, right? You know, Teil Oilom is Irani Dachas, and the Meshachok learns out over there that Irani Dachas is an issue to rebuild Irani Dachas, and even if you build it, the Meshachok you have to destroy it again. So it's also to build it. You don't have this loiti bone oid. You shouldn't build it, but it's different than Iradi Dachas. And the pasuk Vayeshaba Yehoshua Boisei Leimer. Oh yeah. Vayashba Yehoshua Beisai, Leimer Oro Ish Adonai Hashem, Asher Yokum Uvano Israel Azon, Shericho Bivchoyo Yeyasteno, Ubetziroi Yatziv de Loseo. So the Rambam Moire, Nevuchim in Chele Gimel, in the end of Chele Gimel Perek Nun, he being that the Shvua not to rebuild Yericho what's the reason? He says that was Lezikoron Hanes. And everyone who sees the destroyed city remembers the nest of Kibush Yericho. But if someone gonna write this, basically we know that in the Gemara in Oroya, more in the end of Brochas and Perek Oroya, the Gemara says it, right? Oroya Choymas Yericho, he has to make a brocha. Why? Because it says over there in the pasuk, right? The pasuk in Tehillim, Zeicher also lenifle oisov, right? And we learn that what HaKadosh Baruch Hu done over there. Zeicher. So says the Rambam, the reason not the shvur is because if a person doesn't rebuild Yericho, you're not going to see anymore the Chorban Yericho. You're not going to remember the nest what HaKadosh Baruch Hu done the tzaddikim. I think it was today or yesterday there was the yahrzeit of the Ramat Valley. We mention him quite often over here. The Ramat Valley is a Talmid Chover even of the Ramchal, who lived in Padova about over 300 years ago. The Ramat Valley, we know, is a very original, interesting Kabbalah Sefer. I'm just going to read the words, what he says. He says, Soy the Inyan. This Inyan of the Shavua or not rebuilding Yericho. He says, Soy the Inyan. She'ine kvar yodua. שכל עניוני הסדרי אחרי הם בהפך לעניוני הקדושה ממש. We have זה כנגד זה. We have the סדרי אחרי כנגד סדרי הקדושה, צד הקדושה. שהרי הקדושה אויסה טויב בכפלי כפליים, למי שאויסה טויב אימו. Someone does good, right? הוא משלם, right? פורונוס is, אחת כמה וכמה, אומרו בו מידה טויב ומידה פורונוס. אבל הסדרי אחרי להיכך. שאויסה רע, אם מישהו אויסה טויב אימו. Someone does good, he does him bad. וגם אויסה רע הוא מידו כנגד מידו ממש. אם עוד אויסה להשלים es בניונו, so what the סדרי אחרי does? אויסה כסתקלקל es בניונו. כבר ידוע, שבניונו של אודם הם הבונים שלו. What's the, right? What's the, ישתכו כגן פייריר בירכס ובסכו, בונכו כשתילי זייסים, the Medrash says about this, that that's the binyan of a person is his children, that's the building of a person. And that's why they called bonim, right? Mishom roye even Israel. What's the even Israel? Says Rashi, Av leben. That's the building. The Av leben. That's the building of a person. And that's why they call bonim. ולכן, says the Ramat Valley, שהכוסל מספר בשבחו של איש ישראל, שהיא סויד הקדושה, הרי הוא אומר, גמולה סו טוי ולא ירו, כל ימי חייכו. הסדרה חילפך שגמולה סו רו ולא יטוי. לחיימס וקידלה שמסיתו את האודו להסעסק בבונאו, ויגול לעשו את הרע שמקלקלת את בניונוי. That means the woman, she brings up the kids. And the סדרה אחרי tries to destroy the kids. He says, ואומנו, יש לדקדק בעניין הזה, שאם הרן נולד ממילא לפי טבעם של דבורים, מה צריך לשבועו של יעקב? הלוא שזוהי השבוע יעזור הם ממש, לפי שאולי יחשב אותם לעשות טוב, לבנו יסעיר אחרי ואי בארץ הקודש. Says, someone's going to think, what's the shvua? Says, because it might come a person and think that this is a good thing, to rebuild Yericho, to build a Ir ve'em be'Yisrael, in Eretz Yisrael, to rebuild Yericho, why not? לפי כך, קופץ יהושע להזהיר ולהשביע, שזוהי זו עיר, הוי זו בחינס סדרה אחרי, על כל פנים, אף על פי שהוי זו בארץ הקדושה, ולכן נקרא יריחו כדברנו לעיל, וממילא ירא לכל העסק במיונו, מה שירא לכל הבוינה בניין הסדרה אחרי. And this is עד כאן, is דברי רמת ואלי, as he says, and that's the reason why, that's the Soidonian of Yericho, and Yericho is, it pays back, as Chazal tell us, right? Just what? The Medrash tells us, the Medrash in Dvorim Rabbit, the Medrash tells us, it comes out Meile, or the Ro comes out on the Oise Ro, and the Toiva comes to Oise Toiva. Vayehi, let's see the last passage, Vayehi Hashem es Yehoshua, Vayi Shomoi Bechol Haaretz. In the Psukim, what we said now, there's a big difference. Okay, so let's go back from Psukim. We learned what we learned today, all the Psukim what we learned today from Pasuk Yud Zayin till the end of the Perek. Right? V'oiso cherem hi, v'chol asher bo, la'Hashem, v'yeshav ba'Yehoshua ba'Yisrael leimoyer, Oh, Moish, Livnei Hashem, Asher Yakum Uvano, Esair Azois Esirichoi. The Medrash, I'm going to go now to the Medrash, what we both mentioned before, Pashas Shavua, the Medrash Tanchuma, and Pashas Vayechi, Noisches. The Medrash says, Ve'ein atomoitze shenitztavu, ve'ein atomoitze shenitztavu al kach, elo Yehoshua be'atzmoi omar. That means, because Baruch Hu didn't command that they have to be macher in the city of Yericho. Yehoshua himself decided to give it. What's the reason? Why Yehoshua had to give something that he didn't think? So the Ikar Isul of, or we find the Chiddush in the Chazal, and let's go back to the Gemara in Sanhedrin, that Kuf Yud Gimel. The Gemara says as well, Lo Yerichoi al Shem Yiracheres, Velo Yiracheres al Shem Yerichoi. That means, and not only the place has to be not rebuilt, that means the place of Yerichoi not to be rebuilt, just also to be Timche Zeicher Yerichoi. That means also the name of Yerichoi shouldn't be rebuilt, not to call anywhere other way. What's the pshat? Why not to build somewhere else that's called Yerichoi? Yerichoi was called Mivchar Haaretz, right? As we know, Dushno Shel Yerichoi, right? As the Gemara says, Dushno Shel Yerichoi. And that was given, the Dushno Shel Yerichoi was given to Bnei Yisroi, right? The Dushno Shel Yerichoi, that was the Gismeten, as you say, the best of Eretz Yisrael. And the Zohar is brought down that Shkulo Hoyse Yerichoi Keneged Kol Yisrael. That means Keneged the whole of Eretz Yisrael. Keneged the whole of Eretz Yisrael, the Ta'anugim, what was there. And over there it says that he brings that Omar Avida, Omar Rav, that Lo Moniko Shmo Yerichoi Al Shem Horeach. That's why it's called Yericho, it's called Al Shem Horeach. And we find from where comes the Shem and Afar Samoin, very, very special oil, perfume. It comes from Al Shem Horeach, or it's Yericho, right? That's what Rashi means in the Boches, that we give Amid Aleph, about Shem, what we make the Boch of Shem and Aratzeinu. And it's actually, we find also it's called Temorim, because lots of Temorim, lots of dates were growing over there, right? The Yerushalmi Bikurim says, Ve'im Evi Temorim, or Bikurim, Elo Yerichoi. So mitzad the beauty, the Eretz Chemdo, the Toivo, the Yoifi of Eretz Yisrael, what was the center? The center was Yerichoi. But mitzad Sheni, as we said, the unique of Eretz Yisrael, the mitzad Sheni, the unique of the Kedusha comes from Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim, we find that the Kedusha Yisera, as we find the Gemara in Yume on Daf Lametas of the base. Izin should be Yerichoi. The goats in Yerichoi, or you meet Achois, they will sneeze, Mereach HaKtoires. Noshin should be Yerichoi. The woman in Yerichoi says, Einot Zicholis Basem, Mereach HaKtoires. Steht in the story, what's the pshat? The pshat is that you're right. In Chitzonius, Yerichoi is the most beautiful city in Eretz Yisrael. But where does it come? Where does the shoyresh come from? Where they get it from? The easy mit akshois, the noshim misbasmos, all of these things. Where they get it from? They get it from Yerushalayim. Yerushalayim is yefei noif, mesois kol haaretz. The ashpoe, the strong ashpoe came from Kedusha Yerushalayim, and the Kedusha of Yerushalayim is noticed where? In Yericho. And this is what we mentioned before from the Ravid in Masechas Tobit. All of this, and that's why the Forshim explain as well. All of the Melochim, Lamed Aleph Melochim, will be going into now to the Melchomim, came Dafke to Yericho. Why? Because this was the Soigeres Umesugeres. Why? This is the nicest city in Eretz Yisrael. When they come to fight, Dafke, this city, they want to fight more than any other city. Mitzad Sheni, it's only all about Chitzonius. So that means, as we said now, to understand a little bit, let's understand what the Ramat Valley means. Because it was all Chitzonius, we can understand what the Ramat Valley means. This is what the Sidrache, this was as we call the Chitzonius, it had nothing Pnimius. All of it was all Chitzonius. The Pnimius, what it got, was only from Yerushalayim. This didn't have any Chitzonius. And that's like, the Yoifi was only a Yoifi of the outside. But the Emesek Dushe came only from Yerushalayim, as we said before. And this comes Dafke, how we present Chitzonius, with what? With the wall, with the Choyma. Choymas Yerichoi was around Chitzonius, and the Umoy Soilom Dafke, they were Choyma Soigeres Umesugeres. What we said, Soigeres Umesugeres. So we spoke last week about the drawings from 500 years ago that we see that it had 7 walls, 7 different walls. We said it's no. We spoke about it a little bit. So that was all about Yerichoi. All of it was the Emes. It did not koyach by itself. The whole koyach, what Yericho has, is only mitzad the, and that's what you have to know. This is the Sheva HaKofes, as we said. The Sheva HaKofes, we spoke about last week also, that the Sheva HaKofes or the Shana Rabbe is connected. The Sheva HaKofes, we mentioned the Yerushalmi and Sukkah, right? Zeicher to Yericho. They state there was Zeicher to Yericho, and that's it's also Yalkut and Teilim. He says, right? The Yalkut and Teilim says, Hotina Bizman Sheyesh Mizbeach. Bizman that we don't have, right? With Mizbeach, what do you do? So he says, Chazan HaKnesses Oimet Kemalach Elokim, V'Sefer Torah. And that's the chat. Chag HaSukkos is called Chag HaOsi. What's Chag HaSukkos? Chag HaOsi. It says, Ashono be'osfecho es ma'asecho min hasoder. After a person sees his produce and he sees everything, what he done, that is the Rashbam is Marich over there, right? About a person could say, and he could think, I done it. Right? If I would put more fertilizer, I would have even more. But now when he goes out and they tell him, no, you leave the house and go into the sukkah, and that is all about sukkahs. And that's what we do. Dafken sukkahs, we do a hekef to the zeicher, the akofes zeicher to Yerichoi. Then they were makiv the city. They were mapil the choima, because what? With the idea that what? Nothing is about the chitzonius. It's all about the pnimius. Right, and that's what we find over there. Also, the Mizbeach, what the Mizbeach, how the Gemara Ksubah says, Mizbeach is Miziach, Mazin, Umechabev, Umechaper. And that's to know, right? Mischusa Korbonos, and the Gemara says over there, the Rashi over there, Ksubah is explaining what that means. The Rashi explained that Mischusa Korbonos, Oilom Nizoi, Shakorbonos, Boy, Min Hamozoi, Vegoy, Miloi, Brocha. That means if a person disconnects himself, the Chitzonius, then he's going to be Zoicha, that's what that the Kishbo was going to say that this is the Indian of Shana Rabbe, to disconnect ourselves from the Chitzonius and to get to the Nikuda Panimis of the Indian. That's what the Ramat Valley means of it. That's the Indian of the 7 Hakofes of Yerichoi, the Cherem of Yerichoi, and the Yerichoi Keneged Yerushalayim. Okay, so Met Hashem, there's much more to speak about this Perek, but Met Hashem next week we will start Perek Zion about the Vayimalu Bnei Yisrael Ma'at. Just wanted to say that we may say it, so the shir would, I said it quietly beforehand, the shir would be like the Mishmas, a very important member what we lost today, Michael Wexler, who was a very important member of our shir, the Nach shir, for many, many, many years. So we should have a Aliyah Neshama.